Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for my weekly review for this week's episode of The Plague Season 4. This one's going to be for Season 4, Episode 10, which is called Look Who's the Coward Now. So, I like that title, that's really, really cool, and especially, I did not think, that the title would be referring to something just as crazy as that. But, this episode, so definitely, I'm going to cover some spoilers for this review, of course, as usual. If you haven't seen this episode yet, this will contain spoilers, of course, for this video, because we're going to obviously talk about what happened. Now, I want to mention something real quick for this video. This episode went by really quick. Like, it literally started and it was over before I even, I thought we still had, like, another, 5-10 minutes left, but it went really quick for me, and, but, even though it went by quick, I still feel like this was a really, really good episode, for sure. In terms of this half season, can I say this is the best episode? Probably. I think this is easily the best episode of this half season so far. At least for me, anyway, how much I enjoyed the series. But definitely for this episode, it went by quick. I mean, it was a really quick episode, but it was good. It was really, really good, and definitely this episode I enjoyed quite a bit. So, basically, in this episode, we get to see that, Samantha goes after John, of course, after the last one, John took off after Scott. So, Samantha goes after, Scott. So, after John, who goes after Scott. And she basically, she leaves, Jack and the others, Terry and all them guys, just to kind of, stay back, kind of wait for her to get back. But, of course, Jack gets captured by Josh. So, I did like that scene. That was a pretty good way to, open up the episode. So, basically, after that, which I thought was, done, in a very, very crazy fashion. Very, very quickly done, though, I feel like, but very cool as well. We get to see basically a character death in this episode, which I found very surprising. The death of Jack. Now, Jack was not one of my favorite characters, so this one doesn't matter too much to me, but it was a crazy death. It did definitely come out of nowhere. I remember, when I was watching it just a few minutes ago, I was like, oh man, this is a crazy death, because I feel like Jack was the one character I didn't think was going to die. I feel like he was the one character I thought would survive till maybe even the end of the series, I thought we'd get more time from him. I'm kind of surprised we didn't, but, we got to see him, we got to see Josh kill him in a brutal fashion, which was definitely the standout of the episode for me, but, another thing I really liked about the episode is the part where Samantha fights the ninja. So, I'm not 100% sure right now if Zelda was lying about how many ninjas there are, because that definitely means there's not many left. Because there's one that attacked her here, and then, of course, Josh was, here, meeting up with Jack and Terry and all them guys, and they took Terry at the end, which I also kind of found unexpected. But, we get to see Samantha fight the ninja. Now, one thing I do want to add, this was one thing that I was kind of wondering about when I was watching the episode. She fights the ninja, she wins against the ninja, but why didn't she kill the ninja? Is my question. Because are we supposed to assume that she kind of beat the ninja to death? Because for me, it was a little unclear. Like, I was like, I hate to criticize, but I was kind of like, did she kill the ninja, or did she purposely leave the ninja alive? For me, that's a question I'm definitely going to ask on Dead Freak 78 for sure. Did she mean to keep the ninja alive? Is the ninja supposed to be dead? Did I just not pick up on that? But for me, I was a little confused when I saw that scene. But it was an awesome fight scene. It was a really, really awesome fight scene, and it was a scene that we saw a lot of in the trailers and stuff leading up to this this half season. So, we get to see that, of course, and then at the end of the episode, which I definitely found to be very surprising, we see Samantha, stop the RV, and it's not working right, and you basically see Scott pull up, and she's like, Scott, like, what are you doing here, So, And it's kind of the cliffhanger of the episode of wondering why is Scott kind of just, driving up to her, and, is he a bad guy now again, or is he, a good guy still, it's kind of this type of question for episode 11, and kind of, wondering, because we only have 4 more episodes left, so, I definitely, for this episode, it definitely gets me excited, because there's only 4 episodes left of the series. We're going to have to see how they go, but things are very up in the air right now. Terry is taken. John is God knows where. And then, Scott is, now meeting up with Samantha. And is it villain Scott or good guy Scott? That's kind of a question right now. And, there's still a mystery of, was Zelda telling the truth? Is there really this many, ninjas, or they're 19, or is there actually 100, the questions like this, but I feel like because there's only 4 episodes left of the series, I just don't feel like there would be 100, because I feel like that would be more a challenge that would take place in more than just, 4 more episodes, but definitely for sure, this was a really crazy episode, at parts. Definitely confused about whether or not Samantha actually killed that ninja or not that she was fighting. I do like the cliffhanger though. Was Scott. That was definitely really cool. And the death with Jack was pretty good, but I don't really, Jack is not really a character I cared too much for. Like if you guys saw my death predictions, you guys know I was like, he's still kind of new. So, for me, it's like, that was a pretty good death, and it was definitely unexpected. It was brutal, too. It was really, really cool. But, it definitely just, it went by quick, I'll just say it that way. But, definitely for this week's episode of The Plague Season 4, episode 11, I almost said, episode 10, I'm going to rate this episode a 8.2 out of 10. I think this is a really good episode, another good follow-up episode. Very a shorter episode than I was expecting. It went by really quick for me, but definitely really excited for these last 4 episodes of The Plague. And I think that this half season of The Plague so far has been, it's been good. It's definitely, it's been good. So, in terms of this episode here, really enjoyed it. Can I say my favorite episode of this half season? Maybe, but then again, I don't know, that one's kind of difficult for me to answer. I would say it would have been if, maybe Jack's death was kind of drawn out a bit more, and we actually, saw just a bit more with her, Samantha actually fighting that ninja, and, because I'm still not 100%, sure if she killed that ninja or not, if that's what we're supposed to get from that, or if, she left the ninja alive for some actual reason, so I don't know. That's just my thought. It was very choppy at that part, so like I said, I wasn't exactly sure. But in terms of this episode, a really good episode this week. Of course, if you guys want me to do a predictions video for the next episode, all you gotta do is write down in the comment section below, and I'll do a predictions video for episode 12. If there's not enough demand, then I won't do it. But definitely want to hear that in the comment section below too. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys really soon for another Walking Dead Comic-Con video. Peace out.